When you think about drinks from Japan, your mind probably jumps straight to sake, right? Of course it does. But, deep in the mountains of Japan, there's this unique pink-skinned grape that tells a completely different story. A story about resilience, tradition, and really the soul of Japanese wine.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. We're not talking about just any old grape here. This is Koshu. And as we're about to find out, it's so much more than just the start of a good wine. It's a real symbol of Japanese identity. It's a story of survival, all captured right there in a glass.
So let's get into it. Koshu is, without a doubt, Japan's most iconic native wine grape. We're talking about a variety with this beautiful pinkish-gray skin, a signature zesty acidity, and these incredibly delicate, subtle aromas they just feel very Japanese, very nuanced. So what's the big deal? What makes this one grape so special? How did it become the standard bearer for an entire nation's wine industry? Well, to really get it, we've got to go on a little journey, and that journey starts with its really mysterious past. You see, the story of Koshu is kinda wrapped in a puzzle. For centuries, ampelographers, those are the scientists who study grapevines, and historians have been debating where this thing actually came from. And here are the two main theories. On one hand, you've got the idea that it was a world traveler, that it came all the way from the Caucasus region along the ancient Silk Road. But then there's this other theory that it's a true native, born and bred in Japan from a natural hybrid. Honestly, whichever story is true, its journey is one of incredible adaptation. And you can really see its evolution over time here. For most of its history, Koshu was just a delicious table grape that people enjoyed eating. Simple as that. But then in the late 19th century, everything changed. Japan's modern wine industry was just getting started, and Koshu was ready for its new destiny. It became the star wine grape, with its heartland firmly planted in the Yamanashi prefecture, right there at the base of Mount Fuji. Okay, so every hero needs a villain, right? An obstacle to overcome. And for Koshu, that villain is the Japanese climate, which, let me tell you, is notoriously difficult for growing wine grapes. I mean, just look at this list of challenges. You've got intense summer monsoons, super high humidity that most grapes absolutely hate, and this constant threat of fungal diseases. It's an environment that would just wipe out so many of the famous grape varieties we all know. But this is where Koshu's superpowers come into play. Over hundreds of years, it literally evolved to have this thick skin for protection and a natural resistance to all that fungus. And here's the really clever part. Japanese growers perfected this unique way of farming it, using these high pergola trellises. This lets air flow all around the grapes, keeping them dry and healthy. It's this perfect blend of natural evolution and human ingenuity. Just brilliant. So, Koshu is tough. It's survived. But the real climax of the story isn't just that it survived, it's what modern winemakers have been able to do with it. They've unlocked this incredible versatility, transforming this one single grape into a whole world of different wine styles. And you can see the whole spectrum right here. In its purest form, made in steel tanks, you get this fresh, light wine just bursting with citrusy notes like yuzu and white peach. But then, if you use techniques like skin contact or letting it age on the lees, that gives it more texture. Winemakers can create these really complex, savory wines with this deep mineral character. Some even age it in oak for a bit of richness. And that bright acidity, it's absolutely perfect for making world-class sparkling wines. It's a total chameleon. Which brings us to where Koshu is today. It's becoming a global ambassador. It's not just a great wine on its own. It's a fantastic partner for food, especially the delicate flavors of Japanese cuisine. And its reputation is growing all over the world. And here's why this really matters. That high acidity we keep talking about, it is just incredible with sushi and sashimi. It slices right through the richness of a fatty piece of tuna and totally cleanses your palate. Or with something fried, like tempura, its crispness is the perfect balance. But it's not just for Japanese food. It is brilliant with grilled fish, salads, pretty much anything with a light herbal sauce. And let me tell you, the world is taking notice. Thanks to trailblazing wineries like Grace Wine, Chateau Mercian, and Lumiere, Koshu is stacking up major international awards. Sommeliers and wine lovers everywhere are getting totally captivated by its unique story and its super elegant profile. So, all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question. In a world that is always hungry for new, authentic flavors and interesting stories, Could Koshu be Japan's next great cultural export? Based on its incredible journey, I think it just might be.